So today I am going to do a super quick video about choosing eggs to set for incubation of baby poultry, and a few things that recently came to my attention that a lot of people aren't aware of: how to select eggs. If you haven't hatched a lot of baby poultry, maybe there's some things that you are not aware of, and I just wanted to talk about it for a quick second. So I recently purchased about 20 Royal Palm turkey eggs to incubate, and when I got them home, like I always do, mark the air cells so I know how the air cell is developing in incubation. I always mark that air cell going in so we can keep track of humidity and how fast the air cell is growing. And when you have a higher humidity rate, that air cell does not grow as fast. When you have really low humidity, it grows much more quickly as it evaporates through the pores of the eggshell. So you want to have the right amount of air, but you don't want it to be too dry, because then that egg can get shrink wrapped by the membrane that is inside the egg, and you don't want it to be too small, because then there won't be enough air. You don't want to have the humidity too high, or else you can basically drown the chick when it's time to hatch. They go for a breath of air and there's just way too much humidity in there. So these 20 Royal Palm turkey eggs that I got had monstrous air cells for the most part, and the lady was super nice, and we were talking about air cells and how big they should be to be set, and she was under the impression that they should be larger, and said that she had tossed the eggs with a small air cell and kept the ones that were large. So essentially I got 20 eggs that were probably 2 to 3 weeks old, and the way you can determine that is by the size of some of these air cells. This was the day that it went in. I marked this air cell, and of course with this massive air cell, nothing developed because they're just so old. I don't know if you can see that, but these are all blanks. There are blanks. This is about 3 weeks in, and all but 1 or 2 that were actually fresher. The ones that were fresher, like this one, you see how it's darker in color? That one did actually start to develop, and this one as well, that had a much smaller air cell. Now, by comparison, let's see if I can set this on here for a second. By comparison, this is one of mine. The day it went in, small air cell, was probably 2 to 3 days old. This one also, tiny air cell. So we got in a discussion about air cells of eggs, and basically you want to choose eggs that were laid within the last 7 days, even better if it's the last 3 to 5 days, because they're just super duper fresh. And you can hatch them older than that, but after 7 days the hatch rate does drop off and starts to go down. So I only sell hatching eggs that were laid in the last 7 days, ideally within the last 5 days. So basically what happened is I have all these turkey eggs I'm getting ready to pull, but before I did, I kind of wanted to take a quick second to do a video for anyone wondering about that, how to choose those eggs. Another thing you want to do is check for cracks. If your egg has a crack, one of the eggs that I purchased from this seller had what I call a toenail hole. It's like a star crack from being stepped on in the nest, and when I got it home, had a big crack in it. It was a $7 egg that basically there was not even a chance it was going to hatch because it was cracked from the beginning. So When choosing eggs to set, either from your own nest or when looking for someone to sell you eggs that you want to place in an incubator or under a broody hen, ideally they should be clean, and these Royal Plum eggs were clean. I do have some that are a little dirtier in here, and those were removed from a broody hen that quit here in the last day or so and placed in here. But you definitely want to start with fresh, ideally clean eggs, no cracks. That, you know, that small air cell is going to tell you that they're fresh, and you'll increase your chances of a successful hatch. So there you have it. Happy hatching.